Yes, definitely. Is this a Senna Nasus game? Not really sure. But love the Riven. That's why they banned out Zed, because most probably they can flex the Riven onto the mid. But we will know for sure later on, as Rengar is the jungler, the response is onto that Lee Sin, Ari, and then Corki once again for DR Esports.
Yeah, Ari is, again, Ari's really nicely paired with a Rengar, just really strong skirmish, I suppose, when level 3 and when level 5 comes. DR Esports, we've seen this composition before in the Origin series, the Corki and the Varus. Corki will be in mid lane, and Gospel will act as the support AD carry. Basically, he's going to build Cyrildas, most likely, and then be a Varus, and an Ashe at the same time with the slows. But looking at Omega's composition now, finishing it with a Fiora, and as well as with the Nasus. This is something that we haven't seen in a while in the fall season, and I'm excited to see this work, especially at Horizon. Wait, hold on. I want to see where this is going. Okay, I feel like this is going to be... Okay, hold that thought. We have received a word from production. It is not going to be a Nasus, it is going to be Thresh, and I like it.
It's still
the
Nasus.
Tristana is Thresh. Okay.
Right. I was laughing earlier. Yes, we will not be seeing after game shenanigans from the DR Esports team. But I saw Rox trolling with the Teemo pick earlier. But then again, they are gonna go for the Thresh, and oh my god, first time Thresh will be showing up in the tournament. This is gonna be very interesting.
I see it now. I see it's it's really interesting because I feel like this is a different iteration of the Senna bot lane plus melee. Senna Galio, Senna Singe. I feel like this is a Senna Nasus a bot lane, and I'm excited to see this work out in this first game of the day.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Wild Rift. The fight is already on. Pretty safe early game for both sides. Just clearing out the mid waves, and then everyone is going to their respective lanes. But Lee Sin is going to start on the Raptors, so pretty interesting right here.
It's going to start on the Raptors. Going to see how the level 3 is going to go, because when we look at the level 3s of Omega, very strong. Arise, getting the charm. Horizon, full kit with a riposte with all the dashes as well. And Rengar as well. Of course, we'll see how the Rift Scuttler fights will proceed. And meanwhile, for the dual lane, this is good news for time-lapse and Stronger. At least they do have some form of sustain. Nasus for sure as well by itself. But we'll see, though, where Rox will use his roaming, because this is the debut of a Thresh. And Gospel has the necessary wave clear, at least, to buy time for Rox to move around the map. And Lee Sin and Thresh is one of the strongest support and jungle pairs, even back in League PC. So I'm expecting Rox to roam around the map, especially early game.
Yes, that's the best player to run the Thresh for the first time. We're going to be seeing it in this tournament, so it's going to be very interesting. Not really a fan of Thresh right now. It feels like he's very squishy, but the rotation on the top side, Devil J's in a lot of trouble right now. Sickest situation right here. Charm is going to connect. Devil J surviving for a bit right there, but First Blood is still completed, courtesy of Ari. That's your First Blood moment. But on the bottom side, cross map action, as there is going to be a dive onto the Thresh hook. Is gonna connect, and Nasus goes down. Well played, 1-for-1 each, Omega and DR Esports.
Omega wins that one in the bag just because of First Blood, extra gold. DR Esports, again, wanted to take advantage of how low mobile Stronger is on the Nasus and see if they can propel Gospel with Rox, and especially Etaf as well on this Lee Sin. They're able to at least get a kill off of that. Omega, in the meantime, is happy about that top lane gank. We talked about this before. Level 3 is incredibly strong, and they're able to take advantage of that. Look at the tower at top side. It's very close to falling, therefore, Omega most likely doesn't even need Rift Herald to get First Blood Tower.
True, definitely. That's going to be very interesting later on. That was courtesy of the rotation on the top side. Our DR Esports will have a dent on their laning phase. They will have to focus more on protecting this one and denying First Blood turret onto the economy of Omega Esports. Let's see how they're going to be doing that, as in the next 50 seconds of the game, the first Dragon and the Rift Herald is going to be spawning.
And that's going to be an Ocean Drake as well. So I feel like both of these teams can let that simmer a little bit, focus a little bit more on that Rift Herald. And we'll see whether or not if DR Esports, Etaf, and Devil J will find the opportunity along with Rox, because it's very important to get that pick first before they enter into these 4v5 or 5v5 scenarios, rather, these skirmishes. Omega, they have the same formula. They have a lot in their kit, a lot of single target. They can burst someone down easily and make it into a 4v5.
Yeah, if you were Omega Esports, which will you take first? Will you get the Rift Herald or will you get the first Dragon, knowing that you have a good chance of taking the first turret already?
I feel like it is definitely going to be a Rift Herald. They do want that bonus. Imagine getting First Blood Tower and then dropping the Rift Herald somewhere else, either mid or at bot. So it has a lot of value, and the results is seemingly like you have a Ziggs on your squad with the map state right now where they have. Looking at Omega's movements though, it's seemingly like they are opting to get the Ocean.
Oh, that thought there's going to be a fight right here. Trash sends out the ultimate courtesy of Rox, but Sena's already down. This is bad for Mega Esports. This is 5v4 as Riven is going to be coming here. Package beautiful. Drop in front of everyone. DR Esports are winning this fight so far. Omega Esports will have to back away, but the Dragon is still available at this point. No take just yet. At the top side, though, the turret will have the same fate, and it goes down. Omega Esports gets the first blood turret. Riven, Devil J is gonna go for the hunt. Is he gonna get it? The stun is gonna connect. No, it is going to be a Ryzen safe under the turret. We'll be able to go back home. Still 1-2 on the board. DR Esports still in favor.
Yeah, it was a little bit lacking. The dash coming from a Ryzen to proc the last grand challenge, to proc the heal. I felt like it could have been in favor of a Ryzen, but Devil J played that duel so well. And looking at the map right now, Omega gonna get another tower open, another map open. Meanwhile, DR Esports will be happy about getting this Rift Herald. It will help them equalize the map state. And with that, they're currently happy, I suppose, because again, Edaf, Gospel, Edaf is looking to his third item. We're talking about Essence Reaver, Solari Charge Blade, and then Infinity Edge. But look at this. They're pushing to the second tier tower, Omega rather.
DR Esports was not expecting that at all. They traded the top turret, yes, for the bottom turret, but Omega Esports sees an opening and goes for the second turret, and because of that, they're now up 1k. Remember, Rift Herald did go to the DR Esports side, so they can still use that to even things up, but that was a well-played moment by Omega, getting 2 turrets on the bottom side.
Yeah, it is going to be DR Esports pressure to open up the map in the bot lane, because the next Dragon is Infernal, and that is extremely important. Again, one of the best buffs in the game to be able to get more of that damage output. Looking at the items though, we're seeing a Black Cleaver in the hands of Edaf. We're not looking at the usual build that we usually see, and now Omega on the hunt.
All right, let's see if they're going to be catching someone right here. They will be able to. Rox is already very low at this point, but will stay surviving in this fight. There are 2 champions that onto Omega Esports. Ryzen goes down next. Impressive is already out of the fight. Varus sends out the Q, and it is painful. DR Esports with an ace, and they are headed towards the mid part of the map to take the mid turret as their reward.
Yeah, what a fight there from DR Esports. It was Omega wanting to start that fight. They weren't prepared. They didn't get to burst down their focused target, and it cost them so much. And now, again, this composition, they don't have disengage. This is an all-out comp. If they go in, there is no way out. And they have to pay for it because all the kills went over to Edaf, one of the carries in the DR Esports composition. Now we get to see how they're going to maneuver around this Infernal Drake later on. Again, Omega Strength, they want to get a pick, but DR Esports, they can get one too.
I think they are. They're already on the hunt right here, but that ward is going to be spotting them. But then again, DR Esports just got a 5 for nothing special. And now they're marching onto the bottom turret. right here, Riftail is going to be casted. Gospel is already there in the area. I don't think there is much they can do for this turret, and as it is being beaten down right here. But the fight is on. There it is. Fiora will start off with his ultimate.
Enough.
Already very low. Will go down. So that's Jungler down. Shut down. Given onto Arise. Well played so far. Also, Arise and gets a kill of his own. So that's two champs that on DR Esports side. And one this time. Omega Esports is winning this somehow. Only our Edf left. But there it is. An ace also to respond from the ace earlier, and Omega Esports got this one. 6-9 on the board, 8 minutes 40 seconds in.
Yeah, this is what they want. This is how they work with their composition. They were able to burst down Etaf right away, and it was just perfect. 4v5 situation, and then the Infernal Drake is about to spawn in a few seconds. DR Esports, all they wanted to do was basically clear some space, increase and even out the map score. Look at Etaf.
There it is. Good job by Adam right
1v2?
there. But there are two champions there, my friend, and he regrets his decision immediately. He survives, though. That was clutch right there with the shield, and they will take down Senna. Adam is already out of the fight right here. Impressive, though. It's in too deep, and he goes down. Dragon is next on the menu here for DR Esports. Omega don't want to give this one out for free, so they are going to go for the fight. Are you sure about this, knowing that your HP bars mean your numbers are down at this point? Gospel is already very low, but Dragon 1k at 700 done, and with the smite, that will finish things off. Here it goes in. Stronger goes in with the ultimate. He is not going to be able to get anyone out of that, and the fight is over. DR Esports with another win in their hands.
Rocks the MVP in that skirmish, in that fight. That clutch lantern saved Etaf's life. Therefore, Jungler is alive for DR Esports. Therefore, they secure this Infernal Drake for themselves. Now, Omega wants to even out the score, at least with the absence of their jungler, open up the mid lane, and even out the map score. As DR Esports, this is a very close game. Look at the gold. And now the biggest question is, because Edaf is huge in this fight so far, even carrying a death stance. So we're looking into what? Aggressive package usage, as in getting in the middle of the fight and then Valkyrieing out. So I really, really like this approach. It is definitely something that DR Esports are ready for. Now we get to see Gospel. We're manifully stacked as well. So the piercing arrows are going to pierce and hurt a lot more.
Yes, and this is definitely favoring DR Esports. Remember, Omega Esports has the Fiora and Horizon, and that split push is not working as of this point of the game, and I don't think it is going to go online in the later part. So if that is going to happen, it will favor DR Esports. If you're a Fiora joining the team fight, your impact is not that much compared to a real bruiser champion. So far so good. DR Esports are dragging this, even if the gold lead there is no gold lead on their side. Being able to even things out at this point of the game is going to fall into their favor. Let's see, there's Omega rotation right here, but they're going to be spotted and will back away. We'll just opt for a blue buff take, but DR Esports will not allow that. And let's see who will go in. No one is brave enough to start the fight at this point.
It's really, really dangerous to go that way without any vision. Let's see though if Edaf will able to start a fight.
There it is. Edaf this time is fearless, and they take down Ari, and there is no further deaths after that, as Omega Esports will just back away. They know they are already down, and they will go back. And this is DR Esports going for the Baron, and I think this one is for free.
Yeah, Etaf right now very, very low. Look at Omega. They want to contest this one.
Let's see if the contest is going to be
That's so low.
Successful right here. Oh, the Baron. That was a big steal right there by our Omega team. Well played, impressive with the steal. But here comes the punish as Nasus goes down. Stronger is already out of the fight. Next target is going to be Time Lapse, and he's going down. Horizon, with the split push, is going to be successful. Takes down the bottom turret. And despite the losses in their champions onto that fight, it's still 6-15 on the board, pretty even on the gold at this point.
Yeah, this is an insane series. It's looking like the same energy, the same intensity as when they first met 3 weeks ago. And now you mentioned gold lead is pretty much even, but the base of DRE's again, Etaf!
Oh, big kick right there, and our Ari is down. Arise will regret that decision right away, getting in the bush. But let's see if ever DR Esports will capitalize on this lead and this skill that they have onto the mid lane.
DR Esports, they have to be careful here. They cannot spend a lot of time doing the Dragon Dance, doing the sieging, because Omega is right there, or rather, Horizon is right there doing the split push. But Horizon is with Impressive here, so Devil J should be careful.
Yes, definitely. But that is numbers onto the top side. So mid is going to take a pounding right here. Despite not having the Baron buff, they were able to take the mid turret at the top side though. Oh, Nasus is gonna go down. Stronger is already out of the fight. But the top turret inhibitor. This is what I'm talking about. If ever Fiora will be able to get online on the split push, they will have a good chance in this game. And they're just doing that. Omega Esports are back in this game.
Yeah, I feel like it would have been a different scenario if it's a 1v1 situation, but Impressive was nearby. Impressive was there to set up for a 1v2, bait out Devil J into a position that he's not prepared for. Now that the Mountain Drake has spawned, this puts DR Esports in a very awkward spot. They cannot take their time here because of the minion wave, especially at bot side building.
Let's see. Oh, no, Steel is not going to connect right there. Good attempt right there by Etaf, but it is going to fall short. Here comes the fight right here. Etaf is already down.
Impressive pushing. Impressive pushing.
Right here, but there it is. Impressive is going to go onto the bottom side of the map. Oh, no, the fight is still on right here. The blue team will go down. Nasus rampage onto the Riven, but your Nexus is taking a lot of damage. TPs are going to be coming in. Are they going to do it? Omega Esports,